Hello, my name is Valerie Yvette Peterson, and you never see me coming, at least not when the rain pours down on the black blood that is smeared away by the force of the white rain. But I'm on my way. You see, I've been working on this night and day, and the days seem long. All these years on the West Coast, where the white rain pours down and my blackness and my art gets cloudy when I speak of my pain. You see, my voice speaks of hurt. For when the oppressed bleeds black blood on fresh black tar, it brings to life new meaning on the block. It's the beautiful, colorful murals that are painted on the inner city streets, on my block, in my hood. You see, I've learned the art of how to fish and the art of being a painter while drowning in white waters. So why do we celebrate Black history? The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he once said, "By the time we leave for work, Americans have depended on the works and the minds of Blacks." Black History Month was created to recognize and to celebrate the history of Black heritage, victories, and accomplishments. Within today's context, even, this time of the year has an even greater meaning for many in this country, as the social dynamics and the political events elevate the awareness of racial and ethnic discourse. While minorities have historically been underrepresented and misrepresented in the media, we've had an enormous influence and made meaningful contributions to trends and traditions that are current today across all races and across all cultures, from music to style of dress, to poetry, to food, and to the activities of daily living. Some would argue that it is unfair to devote an entire month to Black history, as we should celebrate Black History Month throughout the entire year, and that setting aside only the 1 month gives people a legitimate excuse to neglect our past for the 11 months that are left in the year. It has also been argued about why February, being the shortest month of the year, is selected for this acknowledgement. Despite the objections, good can come from devoting a season to remembering the many geniuses who have made priceless deposits into the account of our nation's history. We can also say that with Valentine's Day, February is the month of love, and this nation would not have the foundation that it has without the works and without the love of Black excellence. Doesn't it feel good when family and friends and co-workers get together to celebrate us and our achievements? Don't we feel connected when a group of people from all areas of our lives come together to celebrate a graduation or a promotion or a holiday and a birthday? What do these celebrations do for you? And how do these celebrations truly make you feel? When we celebrate Black history, we are putting aside our opinions and we're putting aside our differences. And we take the time to actually commemorate our shared history and to take in the joy and the successes of true Black excellence. Throughout school, in order to truly learn about Black history and all of its completeness, it is generally at the point of higher education when we have to pay for this knowledge. But during the more formative years, which are generally elementary school, We're taught very specific, very strategic forms of world history and United States history. Typically, in our history textbooks, we focus on the major players and the U.S. history status quo. Typically in our history, oftentimes, they leave our lesser known figures that have accomplished even great things. And rather than letting the history books tell us who's important, we should celebrate special months like Black History Month to give us the opportunity to actually learn about other historical figures that have impacted our lives and our world. Celebrating Black history affords us the opportunities to challenge what we have learned in history, to dig deeper, and to discover actual events of the past that were taught in schools, and some that may not have been. And it allows us to learn about and to celebrate and honor Black historians. Many of these leaders endured sacrifice and suffering just so that we can live in a world that is inclusive. These Black leaders must be honored. Now, if you got a good night's sleep last night, or any night, tucked ever so gently in your bed, you can attribute that to the improved inventions of Sarah Good, who invented the folding cabinet bed. Now, when you left home this morning, or any other morning for that matter, you may not have had to worry too much about break-ins into your home, as you may have had a security system for your residence. And if so, you can attribute that to Marie Van Britten Brown, who contributed to a safer society with her invention of the first home security system, paving the way for modern home security that we use today. And even right now, having the ability to celebrate in this virtual environment and being able to not only see, but to hear one another. Although many have created improvements and revisions, Dr. James E. West, he created the electroacoustic transducer microphone. So if ever you've talked on a telephone or a cell phone, you most likely have used his invention. So the next time the question comes up about Black history and why you celebrate, and they ask you why, just tell them Black History Month does not just promote diversity, it celebrates diversity. You see, promoting diversity is bringing awareness to the idea that we are all diverse and that we all have something to contribute. But when we celebrate diversity, we are conveying the idea that our Black history is beautiful, our Black history is great, and that Black lives do always and forever will continue to matter. And this is our why. So as the African proverb says, until the lion tells its own story, the hunter will always be the hero. Celebrate our own.